And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 20. Last drive, they coughed it up. Then they allowed the touchdown, and now they're trailing on the scoreboard.
Boy, the way you described it makes me think that that one actually hurt them 3 times. Really tough sequence right there. I don't think coaches have to remind them to hold on to the football. They've just got to find a way to get it done.
Mahomes' throw taken in by Valdes-Scantling. Yeah, they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. A dump down to McKinnon. Finding room at midfield. And finally down at the 36-yard line. It's another first down as they bite off 23 more on that one.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Now Mahomes. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Hassan Reddick in there for the 7th time in this game alone, and that ties him with the late Derek Thomas for the most sacks ever in a single game. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there, and that'll bring him back within a point. So give him 3 on that drive. You know, normally you'd say, we'll take it, but the way points have been flying around, it feels like a little bit of a letdown.
Yeah, you just have to wonder, are field goals going to be enough? Because as you pointed out, the way touchdowns have been scored, does kicking a field goal actually put you at a disadvantage the rest of the way?
Eagles offense and A.J. Brown headed back out there. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now, they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him?
And that's caught inside the 35. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. 39 yards there, a big one. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. Touchdown! A.J. Brown with a record 4th Super Bowl touchdown tonight. And the Eagles get another 3rd-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw on game day when the situation arose.
Elliott good with a PAT, and the lead is up to 8. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The Chiefs offense set to go. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so, they will be diligent about throwing the flag.
That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards. With that last completion, CD's now over 400 yards passing in the game, and quite a few of those have come via some pretty big strikes downfield. Certainly not afraid to challenge this secondary, and it's been successful.
I like your observation there, partner, because I agree. This is a group more than capable of torching.
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Mahomes going to throw. And he's going to go down again. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up third. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Open on the left side. This is Valdez-Scantling. Down to the 10. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. His second touchdown of the Super Bowl. And the Chiefs have cut the lead back down to 2. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play, and just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's going to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
And able to get this out to the 25. Wide receiver A.J. Brown. You see he and the rest of his mates returning to the field here. What a game for him, Charles. 4 touchdowns. Heck, for a lot of guys, that's a good season number.
You're exactly right. And let's face it, we have to stand up and applaud this one, even though we're supposed to be neutral, because this doesn't just happen by accident.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Eagles. Devontae Smith with his third touchdown of the Super Bowl. And the Eagles have moved out in front. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation. Knowing when it exists to go to it, they did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
And out come the Chiefs now. We had a high-scoring first half, and that really has continued here into the second half.
If you like defense, there's no way you can continue to watch this, but you probably are with your fingers spread, right? Watching them through those eyes, trying to say, my goodness, when can they stop someone? But this game is so much fun. You're watching it because the competitiveness of both offenses going at each other, it's been a blast.
A lot of entertainment. On play action, it's Mahomes. He'll buy some time right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage.
The defense did its job of taking away a quick throw, but that's only half the battle because they've got to get to him before he can make a run for it. A little bit late containing him there, so he makes a nice gain out of a play that looked like it was in trouble.
Able to find the open man, 77 yards. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this Super Bowl. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that will tie our game here in the third. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Scott on the return out of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been. Down to a knee at the 25. Eagles offense and A.J. Brown headed back out there.
A monster game so far, third quarter. He is lighting up the stat sheet.
And so many times when you see these types of games, you hear about the quarterback.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Mariota flushed out right. And this is caught. Touchdown, Eagles. A great play there. 38 yards. And the Eagles have moved out in front. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Elliott good on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. And the Chiefs offense ready to go again. The first half, we were treated to a lot of points. So far in the second half, we've seen more of the same.
If you play on offense, this is your kind of game. You've accumulated a whole lot of points, statistics, feeling great about things. Makes me wonder, though, halftime, defensive coordinators, defensive coaches.
Maybe nobody was listening.
Adjustments. Tell you what, you hear this sound? That's the sound of the game plan on defense for both sides. Just tear it up and throw it out. They haven't figured out anything.
They shredded it. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Hassan Reddick in there yet again. They just cannot block him. He now has 8 sacks, and that is a new single-game record. Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. He'll look to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11. Here's the Chiefs punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. And take it right on the 30. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Eagles will have it taking over 1st and 10. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. High-scoring first half, and to this point, a high-scoring second half. A lot of offense, Charles.
Very entertaining game for guys like you and me, being able to watch it. Anyone who's here in the stadium, they've got to be having a blast, wondering who's going to score next and who's going to gain an advantage. For people who hate this,
the guys that play your old position.
My old position, anyone on defense, this is not a satisfying game for them, not at all.
Now these offenses rolling. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Stopped and handed a loss by Willie Gay that time. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. There's the stiff arm. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. And it is good. Oh, that one looked look to be in trouble the whole way, but it does get over the bar, and that will extend their lead even further. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do this thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 22 more yards there and another first down.
A good rip by Pacheco. And you have to go back to 1990 with Johnny Johnson with the Cardinals. They found a rookie seventh rounder with more rushing yards than he had last season. The 251st pick out of Rutgers took over the KC backfield with 830 yards in 2022.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. To throw, it's Mahomes. This one is caught. It's Moore. And he's taken down, but not before reaching in the 4th and final quarter of action. Headed straight, it's Pacheco. And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. 77 yards on the ground for him so far. Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? They'll try and run with McKinnon. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Jerick McKinnon punching it in from a yard away. And the Chiefs have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Butker on for the PAT. And the lead is down to a field goal now. That time a 6-play drive. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Eagles set and ready for their next offensive drive. And the tension ratcheting up all around. A 1-score game. 4th quarter of the Super Bowl. This is what you folks came for. Every play with the potential to win or lose a title as they look to drain some time off this clock. That was Justin Reed, the safety, who got to the quarterback. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Steps away to his left. And now he'll let this one go deep, back over the middle. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
That was for the lead right there. They know they're in a position where fortune favors the brave. So they took their shot, but couldn't connect.
Out to his left. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. From the 35, here's 2nd down at 7. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
And the question now, can they get closer on 3rd down? A field goal from here, you're looking at right about a 52-yarder. They go play fake. Mahomes. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. And that is no good. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3. A 4th quarter miss like that, there is no lonelier feeling than that kicker right now.
As we all know, a lot of these games, they come down to special teams. And when that chance comes, you have to perform in order to help your team get over the top.
Could have tied it. Instead, they remain down 3. And now he'll let this one go deep. Back over the middle. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
On the move to his left. And this is caught at the 20. Touchdown! Olamide Zaccheaus, 52 yards. And the Eagles are starting to pull away in the 4th quarter of this Super Bowl. Even though he was forced from the pocket, still able to adjust, make the long throw, and it ends with a really big touchdown.
Yeah, moving to his left. The key to everything when they're moving outside of the pocket, doesn't matter which side, making sure those shoulders get around and you get back square so you can get everything on the throw and create the big play we just saw there downfield.
Elliott good with a PAT, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And we see James, he will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. And we're at the time of this Super Bowl where, look, they need points, and they need them badly. Trailing here in the 4th quarter as they begin this drive 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
If they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. Now here's Mahomes. They'll set up the screen to Pacheco. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 27 yards there, a 1st down. Pacheco gets it and tries the left side. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Here's Mahomes to throw. He'll drop this off to Pacheco. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and now it's 3rd and 4.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
That is caught and brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another 1st down. Throwing now is Mahomes. He'll check this one down to Pacheco. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Chiefs are back within a score. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long, because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense, because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Extra point by Butker is on target. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. And now he'll let this one go deep, back over the middle. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Just because you got the lead in the fourth, it doesn't mean you have to play it safe. I like the aggressive play call there to push it downfield. That time, it didn't work out.
Buying time to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep, back over the middle. Across midfield. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. That had disaster written all over. You've got a right-handed quarterback, a rolling left, and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really...
There he goes, right side. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. What a play that turns out to be, 36 yards. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs have taken a 4th-quarter lead. Just power football there, down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Sheds off the tackle. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown. Their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. They'll start on the ground with Swift. It was Brian Cook who made the tackle.
That's a really good game right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a 1st down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Here's 3rd and 6. Once again, it's Swift. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And this is going to be an Eagles 1st down as the tackle made at about the 38.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. Big stop from a guy who can bring a big hit, Nick Bolton. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Swift going to try up the middle. Fights through and now a crease. Runs through the contact. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 54 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Rolling to his right. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And that will force a turnover on downs. Mahomes now on 1st down. Throw over the middle, caught by the tight end Gray. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. They'll come up 2nd and 7. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Flushed, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Hassan Reddick from his outside linebacker spot gets him down there for a loss of 4. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. He'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. Jalen Carter bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight. Here's the Chiefs punter now. He's been terrific so far. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. Now he tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter.
What a Super Bowl it's been to this point. Now a critical 3rd down here.
Play fake, Mariota. And that is incomplete.
How about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Got to avoid the flags defensively. Here's 4th and long.
Oh, he didn't spike it. He faked it. Dancing to his left.
And he will get out of bounds and pick up the 1st down. So they catch the defense napping, and the fake spike works to move the chains.
Mahomes now to throw. It's Kelsey on the ground. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Now a timeout coming in here defensively as they stop it before the 2-minute warning with 2:09 to go in the game. Back to throw here. Forced out to his left.
And he'll be taken down after a pickup of about 7 as the clock will stop here for the 2-minute warning.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1.
Here's Pacheco.
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown.
Isaiah Pacheco
taking it in from a yard out.
And the Chiefs are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead.
Sometimes offense, if you get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Scott on the return out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. So Mariota and the Eagles down by 11, 1:55 remaining.
They've come so far this year, but they need 2 quick scores late in this Super Bowl.
On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive.
And he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for.
And now what's this? They faked the spike. He'll throw it.
Eluding the pressure right.
And this going to wind up incomplete. So they took a chance on the fake spike. Doesn't work out, but at least here, the clock does stop with the incompletion.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. Passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked. Look at the big man rumble. And hold everything here. This one is not over yet. They return it for the touchdown.
Continue to fight, don't they?
And what we just saw, very, very rare. We only had 5 of those in the first 50 Super Bowls.
The biggest stage, the biggest game, and we just saw it happen again. Extraordinary.
The defense has been good, and they were good again there. So the deficit now 3 after the huge conversion, but they need to get the football back.
So this is where special teams really comes into play, because getting the ball back, it starts with this next kickoff. How do they get downfield, either jar it loose or get the ball back themselves? That's going to be key for them.
Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. 5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down. And he loses the football a 2nd time. And it's picked up by it. And now off to the races down the right side. And in for the score. Are you kidding me? They return it, and they take the lead. And what we just saw, very, very rare. We only had 5 of those in the first 50 Super Bowls.
The biggest stage, the biggest game, and we just saw it happen again. Extraordinary.
The defense has been good, and they were good again there. Elliott on for the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Now this Chiefs offense gets set to go again. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of
taking it right down Broadway. Now he's loose again. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow, wow.
Extra point by Butker is on target. And it would appear, barring some late heroics, they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Here's 1st and 10. Mariota. They'll roll him out right. And oh, that one nearly intercepted. That would have sealed it. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. They'll come up now on 2nd down. To throw, Mariota. Oh, and that nearly ended it. That should have been intercepted, but he cannot corral it, and that is a lifeline there with third down. So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you've got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet,